Timu asked the question. I'm a 43-year-old male trying to get strength training a habit. I've been very satisfied with the push, pull, squat, hinge, carry, and other thing format. It has clarified things for him very well. I own several kettlebells of many sizes. I usually train inside at my home or in my garden. If I remember correctly, you have said that the carry move or for weight or distance should be changed often. I have experimented with uneven farmer walks. That would be when one bell is heavier than the other bell. And by the way, it's exactly what I did yesterday. I went to I did a workout at the park over here, and then I snorkeled after that with a group, and I had uneven bells and I had a long walk, and on the way back I had to remind myself to switch hands. Uneven carries can be very good. Uneven presses can be good. Uneven double kettlebell front squats and cleans can be outstanding. And I also like uneven dumbbell and uneven kettlebell presses, bench press in the vertical family. He asks about the suitcase carry on the next question, and I don't even know how to say this nicely, but I invented the suitcase carry, so I am a fan of it. But it comes down to this. I remember you naming some asymmetrical walks, like one-hand suitcase carrying and one-hand waiter walking. Is there a reason you have not spoken about asymmetrical farmer walks? Yeah, but the farmer walks I use are asymmetrical. When I teach what we call the crosswalk, that's the waiter with this hand and the suitcase with this hand, I always recommend a lighter bell up top and a heavier bell at the bottom. Asymmetricals have their value, especially with most trainers I know who don't have a ton of equipment. Most of the people I interact with, when I talk to general population people, most of the people I talk with are home gym, garage gym trainers. When I work with, more professional teams and stuff like that, they've got enough equipment. They don't even have to consider some of the stuff we're talking about right here. So if you have a home gym with odd-sized bells, you can get a lot of benefit out of it. The most obvious would be the crosswalk, but the suitcase carry is by itself an asymmetrical carry. Okay, let's review. You have nothing in this hand and you have something in this hand. The waiter walk, you have nothing in this hand and you have something in this hand. Asymmetrical farmer walk can be done as if you've ever done an accidentally loaded hex bar or trap bar farmer walk where you got more weight on one side and more on the left, you will notice the next day the torquing that you get, through the spine on the load. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you'll notice it. It's not that I ignore it or anything. It's just, for most people, just get into loaded carries is all I want them to do. For those of you listening, you want to play around with asymmetrical farmer walks, try my usual rule, if you don't mind. I always try to go a 2-to-1 ratio. So if I'm using a 32 in one hand, use a 16 in the other. So make the differences massive. So if I have a 50-pound dumbbell in this hand and 100 in this hand, I have to make adaptations as I walk, maybe even more so with a traditional even-sided farmer walk. Long-term value, I'm not sure there's anything magical about it, whether it's good or bad, but I do know it certainly lights up the nervous system, and you'll notice it the next day. A good question.